everyone has a favorite Pokemon, and today we are gonna figure out my favorite Pokemon with the ultimate Pokemon picker. It's gonna be quite an interesting one to go generation by generation, seeing what my favorites are. Now, starting off with Gen 1, we have the normal type, and if I'm being honest, out of all these options, I'm gonna go with our boy Snorlax. Friendly, if you're watching this, just know that I did not choose this for you. Or did I? But next up, we got Fire type. I feel like there's a lot of good options here, but I'm gonna go with Arcanine for my Fire type. Water is a pretty impressive list, but for me, it's between Gyarados or Poliwrath. And I think I'm gonna go with Poliwrath. Now for that grass type, not a lot of options here, but if I had to choose one, it would be Bulbasaur. Electric type is an even shorter list, so I think for that, I'm gonna go Jolteon. Wow, the lists just keep getting smaller and smaller the further we go. Our favorite ice type is actually gonna be Articuno. For fighting type, I actually do like Hitmonchan, so I'll go ahead and put him there. Poison type, ooh. I haven't thought of this one, because we have options like Nidoking, Gengar, and Arbok. I think for poison type, I'm gonna go with Nidoking, and then our ground type is gonna go to our boy. I'm gonna give it to Sandslash. Now, flying type, I kind of forget Gyarados is a flying type sometimes, but it is like a water serpent. I would say my favorite flying type of this list would have to be, I'm gonna give it to Gyarados. He didn't win the water contest, so he'll win the flying one. Psychic Pokemon. That is actually gonna go to Mewtwo for me. Bug types, I don't really like them, but Beedrill isn't too bad. Now, rock type Pokemon, I'm gonna give it to Aerodactyl. Ghost type, there's only 3 options. Everyone knows Gengar is the best of the 3. Also, only 3 options, but out of these 3, I think I like Dragonair more than Dragonite. Dark type, I don't recognize a lot of these. Actually, I think I do. That is Substitute. That is the ghost of Pokemon Tower. I don't know what these fossils are, but the best dark type, in my opinion, is going to be Missing No. I know this one. Steel type, Magnemite. Man, I butchered that name. For fairy type, we'll give it to Wigglytuff. Favorite starter of the generation? I'll give it to Charizard. Now, the gimmick forms. We have a lot of cool options. I'll move my head just a little bit for you guys to see them. I think my favorite one is actually going to be Charizard X, and then legendary from the generation will be Mewtwo again. Now, my favorite one out of all of these, well, if I have to choose only one of these to be my favorite, I think I'm going to go with Charizard X because something about blue fire, it's just so cool. Now, for Generation 2, our favorite normal type is gonna be Smeargle. I love that little artist. Now, for our fire type, I'm gonna give it to Houndoom. And then our water type is gonna go to... I'm gonna go Azumarill. Now, favorite grass type, I think Celebi is a pretty solid option there. Electric type is gonna go to Ampharos. Ice type, Sneasel. Fighting type, Heracross. Poison, I gotta love my Crobat. Ground type is actually gonna go to Steelix. Flying type, I think I'm going to actually give that one to... I could give it to Crobat again. You know what? Yeah, why not? Psychic type, all of the Missing No. The only 2 I would really consider, well, 3 is Espeon, Wobbuffet, and surprisingly Lugia. I feel like he should be a water type, but I'm gonna give it to Wobbuffet. Now, bug types. We're gonna give that one to Scizor. For the rock types, Tyranitar. Ghost type, we only have 1 option? Huh, okay. That's fair, I guess. Dragon type is only 1 option too. Weird, but I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Now, my favorite Generation 2 dark type is gonna be Umbreon. For steel type, that is going to be a tie between Steelix and Scizor. I think I'm leaning towards Steelix more though. In terms of fairy type here, it'll be Azumarill again. My favorite starter overall, Feraligatr. The best gimmick form of this generation is going to actually go to Houndoom. I just love his fiery dog of hell theme. Now, in my opinion, the best legendary in this list is Lugia. But like I said earlier, I feel like he should be a water type. But our favorite all-time Generation 2 Pokemon is gonna go to... Ooh, that's actually hard. It's a cross between Crobat and Feraligatr. I think I'm gonna go with Crobat, though. The power of friendship prevails. Generation 3's normal type, we are actually gonna go with... let's go with Slacking. And for fire types, I feel like Torchic is actually a good option here. Now, our favorite water type from Generation 3, I'm gonna give that to Sharpedo. No, I want to save Sharpedo for the dark type category, so I'm going to give it to Milotic instead. Our favorite grass type is Sceptile. Our favorite electric type will be... what's his name? Manectric? I feel like that sounds about right. Our favorite ice type of the generation, though, is going to be Speel, our little soccer ball. Now, our favorite fighting type is going to go to Breloom. Our favorite poison type, I don't like any of these options, but I'll give it to Roselia. Our favorite ground type is gonna be Flygon. I feel like a lot of you would get mad at me if I didn't give it to him. Our favorite flying type, whoa, Shadow Lugia is an option? That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna give it to him. Okay, so favorite psychic is gonna go to... ooh, there's Latios, Latias, and Gardevoir. Metagross. I'm gonna give it to Gardevoir, and I'm gonna hope that I can put him down later. Our favorite bug type is gonna be Shedinja. Our favorite rock type is Aggron. Our favorite ghost is going to be... I'm gonna give it to Shedinja again, because I don't really like the options we were given. Our favorite dragon. Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna give this to the Dragon Man himself, Rayquaza. Our favorite dark type of this generation, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Sharpedo, like I had said. Our favorite steel type is gonna be Metagross. Our favorite fairy type, Gardevoir again. I guess that means I could change the psychic option. Yeah, I'm gonna change our psychic option to Latias so we can have Gardevoir as our fairy. Our favorite starter from the generation is Sceptile again. My favorite gimmick form, this is super tough because I love all of these options right here, but out of all of them, I'm thinking Mega Rayquaza is gonna win. Now, our favorite legendary from the generation, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I'm more of a Kyogre type of guy. Now, our favorite Pokemon from this generation is actually gonna go to Sceptile, my homie. He's carried me through so many Gen 3 games. Now then, Generation 4 normal types. I think it would be wrong not to give it to Lord Bidoof. Now, fire type is gonna go to Magmortar. Our favorite water type, I think I want to actually give that to Empoleon. No, I'm gonna give it to Piplup. Our favorite grass type of the generation is going to actually be a tough one, because we have Roserade, Abomasnow, and Shaman Skyform. I do like that one. We're gonna give it to her. Now, our favorite electric type, I'm gonna give it to Electivire. Our favorite ice type is gonna be Frostlass. Our favorite fighting type, Lucario. Poison type, we're gonna give it to the Rizmaster Krogunk, or Croak? I'm pretty sure I messed up his name. Our favorite ground type is going to be Garchomp. Wait, no, I want to change that. No, I want to keep that just as it is. Our favorite flying type of the generation is going to be Gligar. Favorite psychic is going to be Cresselia. Favorite bug type, Vespiquen. Our favorite rock type for Gen 4 is going to be this one. I forget his name. Now, our favorite ghost type is Origin Form, Giratina. Dragon type, we'll give that to Dialga. Now, for dark type, I'm obviously gonna give that to Darkrai. Our favorite steel type, I'm gonna give that to Lucario. Our favorite fairy type is gonna be Togekiss. Yeah, Togekiss. Our favorite starter, Infernate. Our favorite gimmick form out of all of those, I'm a huge fan of the Lucario one. Now, our favorite legendary, I'm gonna give that to either Darkrai or Giratina. I'm gonna give it to Darkrai. I just like them slightly more than Giratina. Our overall favorite Generation 4 Pokemon, though, I won't give it to a legendary just to make it fair. So that means Lucario is gonna win this round. Now, for my favorite generation, Generation 5, our favorite normal type of the list is a pair of legs? Why is there a pair of legs? Oh wait, those are the, what is it, the Pokestar things. Huh, I didn't think that was gonna be an option, but I'm gonna give it to Meloetta, our favorite fire type. I think I want to give our favorite fire type to... I want to give it to either Victini or Reshiram. I'll give it to Reshiram. Our favorite water type is actually Caracosta. Well, more like Tyrogue, but it still stands. Our favorite grass type is actually the Ferrothorn. Our favorite electric type of the generation is gonna be Zekrom. Our favorite ice type. So we have the option of Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. I don't think I'm a fan of either of those two. Like, don't get me wrong, they are super cool Pokemon, but I think I'll go with just base form Kyurem, because if you remember how you met him in the first game, that shit gave me chills. Literally. Okay, so for fighting type, we have a bit more options here. Apparently, we can choose a Pokemon trainer himself down there, but I think for fighting type, I want to go ahead and give it to Imbor. For poison type, I don't like any of these. I guess we'll give it to the little mushroom because he's kind of cute, I guess. Ooh, okay, our favorite ground type is gonna go Crocodile. And for flying type, not many good options, not gonna lie, but I am a fan of Thundurus, so he can have it. Our favorite psychic type, I will give that one to Victini. Our favorite bug? Oh, Volcarona and Genesect are down here. I'm gonna give it to Volcarona. Our favorite rock type is actually gonna be this version of the Roggenrola line. Our favorite ghost type is gonna be Chandelure. Favorite dragon of the generation. I'm not gonna choose Zekrom or Reshiram because they're already on the list, so I'm gonna give it to Haxorus. Now, dark type, that one is gonna go to Zorua. I know I said that wrong. Don't judge me. Our favorite steel type of the generation is gonna go to Genesect. Our favorite fairy type, we only have Cottony and Whimsicott, so we'll give it to Whimsicott. Our favorite starter, Imbor. Our favorite gimmick form, which is pretty much all of the Pokemon Studio types of things. I think if I were to choose one, I guess I kind of like this Dark Tyranitar. Our favorite legendary of the generation's gonna go to Zekrom. And out of all of these options, if I could choose only one of them to be my favorite, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Zekrom again. Now, for Generation 6, I don't have a lot of hope for this one, honestly, because I don't really like too many Pokemon of the generation. But for our normal type, I think we're gonna give it to Mega Kangaskhan, our fire type. I'm thinking we could give it to one of the Mega Evolutions. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Mega Charizard, because I like blue fire. Ooh, our favorite water type, though. I'm gonna give it to Greninja. Our favorite grass type is gonna be Mega Sceptile, while our favorite electric type is none of the costume Pikachus. So I'm gonna give it to Mega Ampharos. Now for our favorite ice type, I'm gonna give it to Abomasnow. It's Mega Form. Our favorite fighting type is going to be Mega Lucario. Our favorite poison type is Mega Gengar. Favorite ground type is gonna be Mega Groudon. Now for flying type, there's a lot of decent options here, but I think we're gonna give that to, we'll give it to Talonflame. Our favorite psychic Pokemon, there's good options for sure. I think I'll give that to Mega Gardevoir. Our favorite bug is going to be Mega Scizor. Favorite rock type, honestly, I think I like this Mega Diancie. Our favorite ghost type is gonna be, what's his name? AG Slush? Yeah. Our favorite dragon, I want to go ahead and give that one. I think we're just gonna go ahead and give it to Mega Rayquaza. Our favorite dark type to Yveltal. Our favorite steel type, we'll give it to Mega Metagross. Our favorite fairy, I think that the best option here that isn't Gardevoir would be Sylveon. Now our favorite starter is Greninja. Our favorite gimmick form out of all of the Mega Evolutions. Okay, one out of all of them. I feel like the correct answer is also Mega Rayquaza. Our favorite legendary is, okay. I was kind of thinking of like 100% Zygarde. You know, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put him down for that. But our overall Generation 6 favorite is pretty much just gonna go to, yeah, I'm gonna say Rayquaza wins that list, no difficulty. Generation 7, another one I am gonna struggle with, but for normal types, I'm gonna give it to like the type null evolution. I think it's called Sylvani. Our fire type, I'm gonna give it to this Marowak. Our favorite water type, Ash Greninja for sure. Our favorite grass type, I'm gonna give it to Dedusai. Our favorite electric type of the generation, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Zeraora. Our favorite ice type is the Vulpix. Now for fighting type, that one's a little bit hard to choose, but I'm gonna give it to Marshadow. For poison, we're gonna give it to Ganador. And for ground type, 100% Zygarde. Our favorite psychic type, a lot of these are just the meteors, so I think I'll give it to Rowlet. Our favorite psychic type, you know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it to, what is it? I forget what they call it, but it's Ultra Moon Lunala. Our favorite bug type, we'll give it to Buzzwole. Now bug types, or rock types I mean, we're gonna go Lycanroc Dusk form. Ghost type, not a lot of options. Oh wait, we're gonna give it to Mimikyu. Now for dragons, we're gonna give this one to Zygarde 100% again. Our favorite dark type, Ash Greninja. Our favorite steel type will be Solgaleo. Our favorite fairy is also going to be Mimikyu again. Our favorite starter, I'm going to go Incineroar. Our favorite gimmick Pokemon, I would say out of all of these gimmicks, my favorite one is probably Necrozma. Now for the legendary, our favorite one is actually gonna be Zygarde 100% again. Our favorite all-time Generation 7 Pokemon from this list is going to go to Mimikyu, our favorite little Pikachu wannabe. Now for Generation 8, we have, okay, I'm gonna give it to Hisuian Zoroark. For fire, we're gonna give it to Arcanine, Hisuian Arcanine. For water types, we are actually gonna go ahead and give that one to, let's give it to G-Max Lapras. For grass type, I don't really like these. I guess if I had to choose, it would have to go to the Hisuian Dedusai. For electric types though, we got Toxtricity. For ice type, I'm thinking Frostmoth. For fighting types, I'm gonna give that to Urshifu. For poison is also gonna be Toxtricity again. Now for ground types, there aren't really many good options, but I'm gonna give it to, what do they call them, Ursaluna? And then for flying types, Corviknight. For psychic types, we are gonna give it to the Hatterena. Then for our bug type, we'll give it to G-Max Butterfree. For our rock type, I would say that's also gonna go to Hisuian Arcanine. Yeah, for our rock type, it's gonna go Hisuian Arcanine again. For our fairy type, wait, no, this is our ghost type. That's gonna go to Dragapult. Now for our dragon type itself, I'm gonna give that to Dragonpult again. For dark type, we are gonna give that to Gimmighoul. Not Gimmighoul. whatever the heck his name is, the dark fairy type of the generation. Okay, for steel types, I'm gonna give it to the box legendary Zacian. For fairy type, I will give it to Hatterena again. Now, our favorite starter is gonna be Cinderace. Our favorite gimmick out of all of them is... There's actually some pretty interesting ones, but I think the gimmick one that I like the most is actually gonna be the Zoroark. Now, our favorite legendary of the generation, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give that to the Sword Doggo again, but our all-time favorite Generation 8 Pokemon is actually gonna go to the Hisuian Zoroark as a clear winner. Now, for Generation 9, I actually do like a bunch of these options, but I think I'm gonna give it to Terapagos. Now, for fire type, my favorite fire type in this game is actually going to be Skeledirge. That's his name. Our favorite water type, I don't have a water type that's my favorite in that one. Oh wait, Walking Wake. I do like him. Our favorite grass type, I'm gonna give that to Ogerpon. I do know that Ogerpon has a water and fire variant, but that would mean we would have like 3 or 4 Ogerpons on the list, and I want to give all the Pokemon a chance. But for our electric type, my favorite is actually Miraidon. Our favorite ice type is going to be this like Titan evolution. Now for fighting type, I'm going to give that to Annihilate. There we go. Our favorite poison type, I'm gonna give that to Petrarunt. Now, our favorite ground type goes to Cloudsire. Our favorite flying type, I don't like any of these, but Iron Jugulus is gonna get the position. Our favorite psychic type, I'll give it to Armarouge. Our favorite bug type, we'll give it to Slitherwing. Now, for our favorite rock type, I was trying to avoid giving Ogerpon multiple positions, but out of these options, it's honestly the better one. Now, for our favorite ghost type, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Cerulege. Now, our favorite dragon, Miraidon again. Now, favorite dark type, I'm gonna give that to Mabosstiff. Favorite steel type, Tinkaton. Favorite fairy, Iron Valiant. Favorite starter, Skeledirge. Our favorite gimmick, I'm gonna go with the fire type Tauros. Wait, no, I'm gonna give it to the Terapagos. Now, our favorite legendary out of all of them is Ogerpon. And if I had to choose one Pokemon from Generation 9 to take it all home, it's kind of a tie between Cerulege, Cloudsire, Miraidon, and Ogerpon. But if I'm being honest, the tie is closely between Ogerpon and Cerulege. If I were to choose just the one, I'm gonna give it to Ogerpon. Okay, with Generation 9 done, now here comes the hard part, where we have to choose our favorite type from all of them. It's kind of scary, but we'll get through it. For our favorite normal type, I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Hisuian Zoroark. Our favorite fire type out of all of them is going to go to Skeledirge. Our favorite water type out of all of them will go to Ash Greninja. Our favorite grass type, I'm really sad to say this because I love Sceptile, but Ogerpon just stole my heart in the DLC of Scarlet and Violet. Now, our favorite electric type is gonna go to Zekrom. Our favorite ice type, though, I'm gonna go ahead and give that to... I'm gonna actually give it to Kyurem. Our favorite fighting type is gonna go to Annihilate. Our favorite poison type to Crobat. Our favorite ground type to Crocodile. Our favorite flying type, Corviknight. Our favorite psychic type is going to go to... I'm gonna give it to Latias. Our favorite bug type, Volcarona. Our favorite rock type is gonna go to Aggron. Our favorite ghost type, Cerulege. Our favorite dragon, from this list, it's gonna be Mega Rayquaza. Now, our favorite dark type is gonna go to Darkrai. Favorite steel type is gonna go to Lucario. Favorite fairy type to Gardevoir, our favorite starter options. Now here, I actually have a bit of a three-way tie between Sceptile, Ceruledge, and Greninja. But if I had to choose only one of them, I'm gonna give it to Sceptile. Now our favorite gimmick is actually gonna go to Mega Rayquaza again. Our favorite legendary out of all of them. Of course, it's a three-way tie between Ogerpon, Darkrai, and Zekrom, but I'm gonna lean on to the Darkrai route. Now, our favorite all-time from this list. There can only be one winner out of this amazing group. Oh wait, you guys can't even see the entire group. Here, let's change that for a minute. There we go. See, this is the options we have to choose from. It is quite hard to choose. If I had to choose just the one, I'm gonna give it to Ash Greninja. Now then, we also have this little part down here. Favorite regional bird. I'm actually gonna give that to Fledgling. Favorite mammal? Bidoof. Our favorite regional bug? What is that? Non-existent for us, but I would say Kricketot is kind of adorable. Our favorite pseudo-legendary? I'm gonna give that one to Metagross. Our favorite Pikachu clone is Mimikyu. Our favorite evolution is Umbreon. My favorite fossil is Aerodactyl. Well, no, I'm gonna give it to Tyrogue. Our favorite regional form is going to go to Hisuian Zoroark. Our favorite Gigantamax is honestly just gonna go to... I'm gonna go ahead and give our favorite Gmax to Rillaboom. Our favorite baby Pokemon. I think my favorite one out of all of them is Riolu. Our favorite box legendary is Zekrom. Our favorite mythical is Darkrai. My favorite ultra beast is the Naganadel. Our favorite paradox is gonna be Iron Valiant. My favorite type, Dark type. Favorite Pokeball. Oh wow, we actually get to choose one? I think my favorite Pokeball out of all of these options is gonna be the Cherish Ball. Our favorite Spinda. I'm gonna go ahead and randomly spin this one. Yeah, we're just gonna hit that a couple times because our favorite Spinda doesn't really matter. I don't really like Spinda that much, honestly. Our favorite Vivillon. I'm gonna choose this purple looking one here. Our favorite Alcremie. I'm gonna go with the pink one because it kind of looks sweet, or purple, whatever you want to consider this as. Now, our favorite new Evo. I'm actually gonna go ahead and give our favorite new evolution to Crobat. Now we have to build a team, but assuming that we have no legendaries, my team that I would choose out of all the Pokemon on this list is going to be Crocodile, Ceruledge, Lucario, Gardevoir, Sceptile, and Ash Greninja. I think that's a pretty solid team, and honestly, a pretty solid list that we have overall. Now we know what our favorite Pokemon is. Now, all I have left to say is, what is your favorite Pokemon? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you Shadelings later. Bye-bye!